of Hero. The final mons are Grunbull, Swinub into Piloswine, and sorry, Blissey. Blissey's gonna be the hardest one. So Chansey's, like, there's 5 tiers to friendship and or happiness. It's on the 4th tier, and I don't know where it's at on that. So I'm gonna run through the league a few times, and supposedly just for participating in the league, they get a friendship boost. They don't even need to battle; they just need to be on the team. So I'm hoping with a few more battles, we'll get there. How are you? Alright, so Grumble needs to be level 23. Needs to be 33, jeez. I'll do Grunbull first. Just get it out of the way. And for Chansey, I already bought it 10 vitamins. So I don't think I'll get any more juice out of that, friendship-wise. Am I continuing it like Johnstone? What did he do? If you mean, like, am I transferring from Gen 1? Absolutely, yeah. So the compromise is I didn't use any glitches. I haven't watched Johnstone's video, but, for me, I didn't want to use any glitches, so I've done no duplication glitches, nothing like that. But I did use Gen 1, to get me not just the things I need from Gen 1, but like, you know, a Dragonite, because it's not like that it's hard to get a Dratini or a Dragonair in Johto, but the monotonous having to like train it up, that's not really interesting to me. The interesting thing about Gen 2 is like certain encounters. So the way I'm doing my video, I'm not even doing it sequentially. So I'm going to mention like, hey, here's how we're going to start. I'm going to just run through the whole game without catching much. And I'll explain why. Because, you know, you don't have a lot of money, and you know, if you don't have a great Pokemon to catch Pokemon, and you're wasting Pokeballs, you know what I mean? So I was like, what I did was I ran through the game. I did highlight any interesting moments during the first playthrough where I went through Johto and Kanto, and then after I beat the game, then we started to hunt everything. I'm a legal eagle. Besides me, yeah. Poketuber that collected all the Pokemon from the other... No, so I know who he is, but like, what do you mean continuing the Dex? Like, what did he do to continue it? What do you mean? I like him as a YouTuber. I like his videos. But I wouldn't say I've like watched them all or anything. So I'm not sure. So in the way I'm doing it is like I decided to do like arcs. I don't know if there's a better way to explain that, but basically I'm not like so I'm not going in order, you know what I mean? Like I'll explain the first playthrough and then I'm gonna be like, okay, this is where we went fishing, you know what I mean? This is where we're gonna do the ice path. This is gonna be for the headbutting arc, and it's gonna be the Burn Tower, the baby arc. Like I'm gonna basically break it down into showing somebody who may not have played Gen 2 kind of like what the mechanics are, something like that, you know what I mean? What's up, Phantom? How you doing? Bad phrasing, my bad. Just asking if you're gonna do the other gens too, all 1,000. You know, we'll see how this video does. The first video, and I think I blame myself on this because I just don't think my thumbnail was ever great until recently, and I don't even know if my thumbnail is that great now, to be honest. I don't know. But it did okay, you know. It got like, I think it's up to 20,000 views or something like that. I'll show you guys. And I don't really care as much about views as it like, did it grow my channel much? And let me look. It got me 200 subs. So, here, I don't mind showing you. This is the thumbnail for, I don't know, you can't see it, dang. Sorry. Well, it's on there. Anyway, I like it better now. It'll be dependent, I guess, on how this video does. I wouldn't mind. But I guess it's like, and I guess I don't know. The answer is I don't know. I guess one of the random appeals to me is the Poke Printer, which I don't think, I know for a fact this wouldn't work on like the Game Boy Advance era, but I don't know if the Game Boy Advance era had an equivalent printer to do Diploma from Pokemon games. I know it sounds weird, but like I'm extremely nostalgic for Gen 1 and 2, and I had never completed the decks before and never got the Diploma or anything. So right now, like, it's mixing my desire with content. Whereas when we get to Gen 3, that's going to be a decision point where it's like, I don't mind doing it. I think it could be fun, but will it be smart for the channel, if that makes sense? Gen 3 Dex completion requires a playthrough of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and fully playthrough Coliseum to get Johto starters. Holy hell, I don't know if I'd do that. Jeez. Well, hold on. Hold on. Technically, for being technical, I pretty much have done all that for the other videos. Now, I don't think I've done beat Fire Red and Leaf Green. I think I've beaten Fire Red. But still, that'd be pretty monumental. Yeah, that's a lot. Do great for your channel, however, it would be a pain for you. Pokedex is notorious for being one of the hardest ones to complete. Yeah, but I could say that in like a thumbnail or a title. I completed the hardest Pokedex. That would be like I'm looking at my, look, I'll show you. Here's all the files I have for this video. Imagine if I had to do that for what, 3, 4, 5, 6 games? Oh my god. Like I've never even I think, you know, here's what I'm more willing to say is like that does sound something a guy would do. But I want to get better as a YouTuber and get better at editing and everything like that and like coming up with a plan for a video like that if it's going to be that monumental. Phantom, dude, I love suggestions. I like Hero asking, I'm totally fine with, and you guys can always suggest stuff. I'm good just hitting credits on that. Yeah, so Hero, most of my channel is like, if I had to be completely honest, is like, I kind of like getting to the credits too of games maybe haven't played in a long time that I want to talk about, or playing games I've never played before. Like my big thing is like I want to get the meat of the game and explain to people like the primary things that make a game or what I want to talk about with that game. Like I really try. I never try to like say, unless I do, like with Oblivion Remaster, I did 100% that game. So I wanted to put that on my title and stuff. Like, hey, I want 100% of this game, but like other games, I don't want 100% or anything. And some people, you know, if they love a particular game, they want, and they're not coming from a bad place, but they want you to do like everything because like that's how much they love it, you know? But for me, that's like, just being honest, like that's not where I get my enjoyment. My enjoyment is usually like mostly getting the credits and then like there's some like fantastic post-game content or something. Yeah, so if anybody is strolling in a little bit after Hyra asked, we are getting Grunbull, Piloswine, and then we need a Blissey. That's going to be like the hardest thing for today, I think. But then we're going to finish it by going to get Ho-Oh, and that'll be the end. And on stream, I'll also try to do the diploma. I personally grew up to 100% games because the limited income my family meant the new games was once or maybe twice a year. So to make them last. I did everything possible I could. So, same. I talked about that in Final Fantasy video where, like, because I was trying to explain why I'd never played the Final Fantasy games. It's like, because when you're, at least for me, growing up, you only got one or two, and I'm sure that's the case for families today. But, growing up, I only got one or two games a year, usually birthday and Christmas, and sometimes I got screwed because they were both in December. You know, so you had to, like, pick, and you had to, like, really play your games. The thing is, like, I always picked Pokemon, and I kind of, like, surrendered that I would never complete the Pokedex. One, because, like, I just know me as a kid. Like, I was way too, like, impatient and whatever. But I would constantly restart my games. Like, I'd beat the game, I'd, like, get Mewtwo, I'd kind of, like, go, okay. And then, like, okay, now I want to do a playthrough with Charmander. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think I 100%ed any of my games growing up, but I would just replay them over and over again. Made the most out of one cartridge doing that, yep. The good thing is Pokemon games are so replayable, you know? Choose a different starter, choose a whole different team, choose a different move. They're just incredibly replayable. Alright, so Snubble's gonna evolve. I remember getting access to my brother's GBA as a kid while I couldn't finish the national decks. I finished the regional decks in Emerald. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's up, Stellar? Are you a psychopath for preferring Chikorita as your starter? No. I know that's like a narrative, but I think it's fine. Its design is good. I don't think people have issues with its design. I think it's like what people just don't like that it basically is not good in Gen 3, or it's not good in general. Not Gen 3, Gen 2. We got any Chikorita haters in chat that can explain? Masochist, yeah. Okay, this cat. It's not even my cat. Stellar, my favorite, like, Gen 1 Pokemon is probably Venusaur. That always, like... someone was like, not Charizard or Blastoise? Like, no. I could say the same thing to you. Not... not Venusaur? Venusaur rules, man. I think it comes. I think I know where it comes from too. I remember Easter of whatever year Pokemon came out. My mom got me 4 packs of the base set TCG, and you know how it came with like each. There was packs that had Charizard, Blastoise, or Venusaur on them. For some reason, all 4 of the packs she got me had Venusaur on them. And I just remember that, and I just remember seeing the Easter basket, and I was like, oh my god. The Kanto starters are great. Design-wise, I like Gen 1, Gen 2, I like Gen 3. Gen 4, like, might... Dude, Gen 4 gets close to, like, beating Kanto for me, but I don't think anything will ever beat Kanto for me. A mix of nostalgia, but also, like, they're such good designs, you know? And they do such different things. Like a dragon, a turtle with cannons on its back, and, like, a vine or vegetation dinosaur. I mean, come on, what are we talking about? Come on, dude. Gen 5. You guys know, I like Gen 5 a lot. Love it. Gen 5's designs are like okay. I don't love Superior. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just don't love it. Emboar is cool. Samurott is cool. I think I mentioned in the video though. I just don't understand how it went from being bipedal to being quad. What do they call it? Quadpedal. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because it becomes a samurai, so you'd think it'd need to like stand up to grab its sword. I don't know. Sinnoh love is always appreciated. I love Sinnoh starters. I don't love like Diamond and Pearl, but I do like Platinum a lot. I've got my issues with Diamond and Pearl. You know, we're kind of coming up on the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire video. I'm kind of excited to go back to Hoenn. Samurai is one of my all-time favorites, but I'm still salty about the hidden abilities. The Game on Board, decent ability, and Reckless, and Superior, a great one, contrary. You're eating spicy ramen before bed, it might be a mistake. BDSP video gonna reduce you to tears, why? Samurai, a Pokemon that's not bulky, gets shell armor that's only ever effectively been used by Mega Slowbro. Yeah, they must have like literally only have done that because he uses that shell as a weapon, right? Like that was their only logic. Just it's cool. Sounds like it goes together. Oh my god. So, you ever see those videos where the Amazon driver like throws your package? I think that happened. Like I'm not going to complain or leave a review or anything cuz I didn't physically see it, so like I would never want to mistakenly accuse someone of something. But I was like, my bedroom is like right next to the porch, and it's a step porch, like 5 steps, and then you walk into the house, and I heard them come over, I heard one step onto the porch, and then very quickly, like as soon as I heard that step, I heard the package, what sounded like hit the door, which is like has the first door with a screen, so like, you know, it's really like light. And it felt like I heard it hit that, and then I heard it hit the ground. So they didn't even walk up the porch. And I was like, oh my god, I think someone like threw the package. And what it was, though, even it was very tightly packaged, but it was this frame that I'm gonna get for what do you call it? This diploma. Speaking of that, let me grab the old one. I don't know if you can see, but it's so faded. But you guys can't even read any of that, right? That sucks, man. God, the fade's so quick. Because it did not look like... I would not have accepted that. I would have kept trying to print more. I just know myself. I wouldn't have put it in there like that. So yeah, it fades so quick. The good thing is, like I've said before, is like it's going to be immortalized through the video. So it's fine. You're not going to spoil the BDSP experience, okay? I mean, I've heard things. I've heard bad things. I do see people get very upset. I've seen a lot of people defending it. But, I mean... there's always a legion of people ready to defend bad games at the same time. That's alright, Wes. I want the real thing. But I'll do it for you anyway. I'm curious on what you come up with. No, I wasn't paying attention to what happened, but... Here, kill the Furo. So I can revive it. need him to get this experience. Bye, Firo. That's such a good point, Phantom. Yeah, like how would they even do that? How? Yeah, that's probably why they won't make them. It's like how would they even do that? Are you gonna make a black and white too? No. It'd be cool if it was like, oh no, I was gonna say if it was like one. You can't make it one game though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that. Maybe they do like a thing where the post game is the post game of Black and White 2 as far as the story goes, not the gameplay, but like just the story. So like, you know, it'll say like a year later, 2 years later, and you're still your character or something, but you'll be hunting down the last bits of was it Plasma? Current emulators have virtual printers so you can save and print images. Oh my god. That's fucking badass. Let me go see. We're gonna check Blissey. Make a 3 somehow gets us returns. Yes, get some Disney riders on this one. I made a comparison the other day, and I'm actually proud of myself for this. Pokemon is probably the next Disney, right? I get the feeling that it really trusts you. Okay, that I think that might be enough. I think that might be enough. Oh, no, it's close. It looks really happy. We're looking for it looks really happy. It must love you a lot. I've already used a haircut, but I'll make sure just in case. Damn. Wait, is the Daisy Oak thing? Is that a Heart Gold Soul Silver? It seriously says Battle Frontier coming soon. I don't remember that. That's so ridiculous. So what do you think they were like? Were they gonna make DLC? You think originally? It's crazy. For okay, let's be real. It's just crazy. It's not in the game. That's insane to me. Imagine, dude. Imagining what it would look like in that game would be so cool too. Like the pyramid and stuff. It's funny. As a kid, I didn't really understand like friendship or happiness in this game, and just because like I thought it was like I thought I was really appreciating my Pokemon, and because you did when you were a kid, I would get the haircuts and massages or whatever for the Pokemon, just cause like not even like okay. So I guess this somebody on Quora somebody asked about Pokemon Crystal, and somebody answered with Soul Silver info. Perfect. I'm debating whether I want to just like go because it's close to leveling up. So I could go into the Elite Four, or I can bike for a long time in Goldenrod City, and we can keep checking. Or I can just do it for long enough where I'm like, okay, this feels like plenty. Um, here's what I think I want to bike for like, we'll say I'll bike for 10 minutes before checking. All right, so it's 150. At 2, we're gonna check happiness. Me too, Wes. Me too, buddy. They sure did have that sign about the frontier and only that. Going to send Discord. As for what I don't think it was planned for DLC, just an Easter egg. That's a fucking dumb Easter egg. I'm sorry. They should have just had it in the game. I mean, I'm just thinking about like all the different the battle factories and stuff. It would have been so cool to see it in that game. The first time I played this game, I tried evolving Eevee with Moonstone to get Umbreon, kept him in the team all the way to Kanto, evolved in Surge's Gym into Espeon. That's what I remember when I gamed as a kid. One, it makes sense that Umbreon would evolve to a Moonstone, but whatever. I remember having a Togepi because I saw it in the show. Remember, it was in the show, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." Kind of didn't even know, this is how just dumb I was as a kid. Kind of didn't even know it evolved, to be honest. Or maybe I did, but I just didn't know how to evolve it into Togetic. And then I remember I was also in Kanto when it evolved. And what I'm assuming is it died several times, like in battle. So it probably kept knocking down the friendship. But I remember it had finally evolved in Kanto. But listen, dude, I was hyped. I was so hyped when it finally did. Oh, get out of the way. Brother had Togetic card, so I was kind of spoiled on that. The world without easy access to the internet was an odd place. Yeah, that's phrased beautifully because, like, yes, the internet existed and it was some people had it, but in my apartment complex during Gen 1 and 2, there was like I can vividly remember like 2 of my neighbors having it. What's up, Young Kane? And then I didn't have internet. I think I have 2. Oh. I keep getting confused. I feel like I'm 1 Pokemon off. Like it's there's 251 Pokemon in the National Dex for Johto? Or is it 250? Because I know we can't get Celebi. Yeah, Young Kane. That's totally fair. Nobody could tell me, like, it's impossible to test now because everybody knows the answer. But there's no way you could tell me that if you first looked at Politoed for the first time and be like, oh, that's from Poliwhirl. If we exclude Celebi, yeah, it's 250 if we exclude Celebi. So who am I missing then? Because I'm gonna evolve Blissey. That'll be 248. What am I missing? Oh, is that just the old save? Oh no, that's. I'll be it. So I'm missing two. What am I missing? Oh, well, first of all, I don't think Grumble evolved into Swinub. Or, I mean, wow, Grumble. Sorry, guys, I'm tired. I don't think, yeah, Swinub never evolved, okay. It's a frog-based evolution line. Yeah, but, like, you can't look at its design and be like, oh, I get it. I get it. Like, Poliwag is a tadpole, but Politoed evolves from Poliwhirl. By the time it goes to a Poliwhirl, I feel like we're out of the tadpole stage. All right, let's see what I'm missing, because if I get 28, 29... Oh, never mind. The issue is Swinub. Because Ho-Oh will make 250. Not so much the frog as the King's Rock. I still argue the design, too. Oh, not the Swinub. There's no hint of the That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you didn't already know the answer, it'd be like, what? Because, I mean... It's kind of like when you look at Venonat and Butterfree. I think if you didn't already know the answer, you'd say that seems like the more likely pre-evolution than Metapod. Oh, man. I mean, I didn't go for the full... I think we're just gonna battle the Elite Four till it evolves. It's not fun. I don't love it, but I guess it's the last bit of hard work. The designs could have been switched around. Nobody would have cared. This one's more of a stretch, but people have often looked at like Magikarp and Dragonite because it has like the Dragonite has like the antenna, and Magikarp has like the whisker things, and you know Dragonite's kind of like a dragon, and I guess the legend is like Magikarp turned into a dragon, and then they have Gyarados evolving from a Dragonair. You like Trubbish, so what is your sleeper Pokemon you like in this generation? What in Gen 2? Like a Pokemon I love that is not widely like a sleeper, so not like my favorite in Gen 2. One that is being slept on. That's a good question. That might take me all day to think about. Do you guys have one? Yeah, Eon Kane, the Gyarados one is a stretch. I like the Clefairy or Clefable Gengar thing though. Haven't they confirmed that in like a card before? Haven't they had like a Gengar or a Clefable card with like a Gengar shadow? Ursaring. Ursaring's cool. It might be slept on. Like I was gonna say Donphan. I don't think Donphan is slept on though. I think people appreciate Donphan. I'm gonna cheat sheet it. Oh, dude, I got it. I got it. Yo, Lantern. I love Lantern, dude. The first time I ever even used one, though, was like, I think I was playing Heart Gold. And, for some reason, my team, like, sucked. Like, I just was choosing crazy stuff, and I went in the Elite Four and was getting my ass kicked. But the one thing I had chose to train up was a Lantern. And it turned out he was awesome. And I taught him Ice Beam, and he was just like... I kind of call him Dragon Slayer now, because in that moment, he knew Ice Beam and some other stuff, and he like just Lance didn't even have a chance, dude. Lance didn't have a chance. Nobody really played it back in the day. Yeah, Shuckle's a weird one. What in the meta today? What is Shuckle's purpose? Or how about even back then? If anybody knows, if anybody remembers their Gen 2 metas. I love Lantern, dude. Come on, he rules. What about you, Alexander? Come on, your turn to answer the tough question. I agree, Phantom. I agree with that. I'm not saying the hints aren't there. Like Politoed it has poly in the name, it has a swirl on its stomach, but it being green is like the design is just so it feels so different. And the fact that it evolves from I maintain that if it evolved from Poliwag, I guess it would kind of make sense, more sense, because you know. But I feel by the time it's Poliwhirl, it's you can't call it a tadpole anymore. Even if they say it's a tadpole, still, I'm just saying like I don't buy it. Favorite Gen 2 was Tyranitar, yes, I'm big. Well, no, Alexander. Tyranitar is probably one of my favorite Gen 2, is other than Heracross. But you said your sleeper Pokemon. That implies like a Pokemon that's like underrated. That's what I thought the challenge was. But Tyranitar is, I mean, of course, just super cool. The name is available to you. I admitted that. I said that the name makes sense. But well, hold on. We weren't, I guess we weren't really talking about names though. We were talking about design. And I was saying, if you didn't already know and somebody showed you a Politoed and they're like, what does this evolve from? And of course, like, some people are going to be like, I would have known it was Poliwag or the Polyline because, you know, it's in the name. And it's impossible to, like, remove that information, like, inception it out of you so that you don't have that information. Oh, did you say Shuckle? Oh, okay, my bad, Alexander. My bad. You're right. You right. Oh! We're almost there, boys. We gotta get this one level, and we gotta beat the Elite Four, because I don't want to just, like... I think it would take longer just to, like, let Mewtwo die. (2004) Okay. Piggy and the Sacred Chicken, that's right. I haven't done any of the Tin Tower yet, though, so we have to go through that fucking maze. Slugma. Yeah, Eon Kane brought up how a lot of people think that it's a Gen 3 Pokemon because you get it so late. And it's kind of just like forgotten about. I totally agree, by the way. The other day I caught it. And that was my first thought, was like, it does kind of feel like it's from Gen 3 because you get it so early in Gen 3 versus Gen 2 where it's like super late and kind of like it's just more of an obscure Pokemon. I don't really hear people talking about Slugma. Okay, so for Ho-Oh, maybe they should let the other composer make the games. At this point, I think it would help. If it didn't have a cult following. Quagsire has a cult following? Oh, when does it evolve? Did I cancel its evolution? Oh, 33. Okay. Oh, Hitmontop has Pursuit. Hopefully it doesn't use it. Okay, cool. And you didn't see it, but one of these like 30 runs through the Elite Four, the Hitmontop used Pursuit, and I was so offended. I was like, how'd you know? Oh, by the way, do you guys want to hear some business? I was talking about an advertiser yesterday. I won't say which, but I'll talk about the deets behind the scenes if you guys are interested. Similar to your design issues with Toad, I have a fundamental distaste for gimmick evolutions. My sister loves to say she accidentally figured out how to evolve NK without looking it up. I call BS. I only call BS because, like, how would she have known? Like, that's such a... It's like which was it, Castlevania 2 level of like where you like crouch and you hit the wall with the whip like 5 times to throw up. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, like how would you have ever figured that out? Like, hold on. So was she holding down her DS, her 3DS upside down, for all these other Pokemon, or it just happened to be for NK's evolution during a trade, right? Or is it when it levels up? It's like, isn't it like when it levels up at a certain level, you have to hold the 3DS upside down? It's like level 27 or something. How would you fucking know that? When you play Pokemon upside on the bed where your head dangles off the bed edge, who actually does that? I never did that. You guys did that? Plausible. I do like how we're breaking this down like a court case. Your Honor, many children will play upside down whilst on their bed. It is not it is not outside the realm of possibility. And I like how I chose a Southern lawyer. Girl Pokemon fans exist. What the fuck? The gender had nothing to do with it. Eon Gain getting offended. Those schemes, gimmicks are too convoluted to intrigue me, but I did love the Braille in Gen 3. I happen to agree with you too. Some of the evolution gimmicks are like a little bit annoying and like not interesting to me, but like Braille for some reason for it's not really tied to evolution though, it's just tied to catching it. That is kind of cool to me. The only thing with the Braille is like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, did they explain enough of it in game for you to have figured it out without having to look it up? Like needing to know when to use like cut on thin air. If Cerebi didn't get the data mine, I'd have never known. Yep, when it hits a certain level while holding upside down, you do not accidentally flip your 3DS upside down as you battle. It just did not happen. That's what I'm saying. Is like, so the only theory we got is the she was playing upside down. Did you ever witness her play upside down? Was she ever on her bed playing upside down? You either know Braille or you're fucked, yeah. To get Runerigus in Sword Shield is worth... Oh, I forgot that thing existed. I barely know anything about Gen, like... Anything beyond Gen, like, 7 is, like... Super... I could maybe name, like, 2 Pokemon. No, that was so obscure, so it took a lot of trial and error. But our neighbor growing up, she was blind, so I oddly knew Braille. And... was a hero to my friends who need help decoding it. Well, how fortunate for your friends, dude. I don't think I ever knew a blind person growing up. I remember I sent a letter to the Ruby and Sapphire guide people because I was irritated that they didn't translate what it said and only gave me the Braille alphabet. You actually wrote to them? That's pretty funny. The blind leading the blind is a whole new meaning. Yeah. Guys, it's almost time. I want to know what Piloswine looks like shaved. That's right, I said it. Like, what? Is it just like a... Is it like a camel's hump? Is it like full of water or something? Yes, but by Emerald, I think they had to because probably people complained about the Braille so much.
Does anyone here have an obscure, off the beaten path place to get Pokemon stuff? I wouldn't know, man. I always talk about how I bought like everything you're watching right now. This GameCube, this Pokemon Crystal cartridge. Not this controller. I bought this when Ultimate came out. But most of my stuff, Chad, I rebought like close to 15 years ago now. A weirdly shaped pig. Okay. But yeah, if anybody could help Chad out, that'd be great. How you been though, Chad? What about you, Marvel? How you been? You guys ready to complete this Pokedex? Damn, sorry to hear that, bro. Hope you feel better. Hold on, I want to check this camera shot really quick. Yeah. This is what I'm going to show the, like the diploma on after I print it on screen. I don't feel like plushies should be too hard to come by, right? Might be wrong on that. I don't know the plushie market. Swinub just takes a long time to get though, Marvel. Like you have to beat the Blackthorn gym before you can even get access to it. That is hilarious, Phantom. Reading Braille. I joked in my Heart Gold or my Gold and Silver video that you read radio broadcasts on, and I just thought that was a funny, like just saying that out loud sounds funny. Yeah. Alright. Folks, we're almost at the end game. Okay, I'm trying to think of what to take with me. If anybody's thinking like, oh, bring the Parasect because it knows Spore. Yes, but it will also die to Ho-Oh like instantly. What do you know again? Do you know Rock Slide? I feel like I want to bring Tyranitar just to like hit him with like one Rock Slide. See if it lives. We're gonna save in front of it, so I'm not worried about losing it. Bring them. Shut up, Alexander. I use both of my Master Balls on Raikou and Entei. And I'm pretty sure I don't have to like I don't have to bring them all with me. I just want something that can like put a little bit of damage on Uh-oh. In case Tyranitar is like too strong. Too soon. Did you guys see my uploads of it? I made like I uploaded it on this channel and made a few shorts that I put on TikTok and YouTube. I thought it was funny. And Eon, you're not gonna believe this part. I actually wanted to leave the part where I said maybe you're right, Eon Kane. But I was just happy with what I got. But when it finally like downloaded the clip with audio, which is for some reason it wasn't downloading with the audio. It finally downloaded it with audio, but then the first like 2 seconds of the video for some reason is just black. So you can hear me say maybe you're right, Eon Kane, but then it cuts into the rest of the video. Isn't it 4 times weak to rock? Yeah, but what level is Ho-Oh? Because Tyranitar is 55. You're reenacting the cut episode of Pokemon where Ash caught all the Tauros. You got the notification laugh? Okay, cool. So like 3 revives. Okay, I feel like we're gonna be fine. Should be level 70. Do you think it could survive? I mean, do you guys think it could survive a Rock Slide? I mean, we could just try. The universe doesn't like it when I'm right. What are you talking about? Oh, sorry. I know what you're talking about. With the video being blank. Okie dokie. Wait, what the fuck? There we go. Here we go. Stairs just randomly spawning. I forgot it did that. I don't think, in fact, I don't, and I think I wasn't supposed to know that because I don't remember. I don't think I've ever gotten Ho-Oh in Crystal. Damn it. I knew it. That didn't feel right. That's not right either. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, what the f... Hold on, I gotta write this shit down. I don't want to forget this kind of stuff. I love how they give you... What do you guys want, left or right? Clefairy metronomed into Sacred Fire. That's funny, dude. You guys tell me. Right? Okay. Oh, okay. It didn't do anything bad. Oh, let me turn battle animations on so we can see Ho-Oh in all of its glory. God damn it. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think you need to even use these. Do these Rattatas not understand there's like a legendary god nearby? You're killing my vibe, dude. Oh god, come on. I think you do have to use one of those pads. Like this one. I actually kind of want that for the battle. Here we go. Here, let me do that. Let me do that walk again for the video, dude. Bam. Tin Tower walk. Tin Tower walk. Oh, okay. So, let's see if it can withstand one rock slide from Tyranitar. Shoo! Oh, level 60? Oh, dude, it won't survive this. I can try, but I really don't think it's going to survive. Recover. So anyway. Watch my battery go dry right now. Chad, he might have been... Well, you said you were playing the remakes. He might be 70 in the remakes. Well, that didn't do a lot. Look how cool Fire Blast looks, man. It's an Amber Alert. Unfortunately, nowhere near me where I'd go look. So I'm chipping away at it, but we know it has to recover, so that's going to be fun. Gust works while fly? Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's way cool. Alright, Daddy's home. And Twister, nice. Yeah. This is gonna be tough. They need a way to reduce its health. Isn't... I know this is gonna sound crazy. Can't Tyranitar, like, learn Thunderbolt or something? I think it can work... Like, it has weird... Oh my god. I'm fine just trading, you know. It has 20 PP on recover, so... Don't be afraid to come with me, Ho-Oh. Don't be afraid. Join me, Ho-Oh. Join me. He, I can't get a critical here. I don't think. I think I'll kill it. Yeah, Phantom. It's one of those weird ones that. Yeah, I knew. It's weird, but I think it's balanced, right? Because it's not like it's a special. It's not like it's a special champion with special attack. I'm actually gonna revive Raikou because at this point his special defense is so low. I could probably hit him with a Thunder Shock and it probably could do a decent amount of damage. What's it for Thanksgiving? Hey, Thanksgiving's coming up. We did it. We've done it. Wasn't that fun, guys? You guys ready to go graduate? Uh-oh. It will reveal itself before a pure-hearted trainer by shining its bright rainbow-colored wings. That's me. I think I go to Celadon. I think it's the same as in Gen 1. Why is Ash Ketchum here? Where'd Livid go? It was me the whole time, disguising myself as Livid. Remember I retired? I came back. Hold on. I just thought of something. There's one shot I want to get. I want this to be the end of the video. Sure, Raikou, you can learn cut. Just real quick, I gotta do something. Just give me a second. It'll be worth it. Hold on, I have a better way of doing this. I could fly to Azalea Town. I'm glad it's over. That's how I feel. I think, hold on, you gotta wait till I get the diploma, because that'll probably get me pretty stoked. I hear you, Chad. You know, I gotta tell you, it is a job, but I do love it. I'm my own boss. I get to work on whatever I want to work on. I get to work as much as I want. I've worked very hard for this. The past 2 weeks, I've done nothing but this, pretty much. Even off stream, you know. You know what's weird? It's like, it's not the work and all that stuff. It's the, it's not knowing what the result will be. Will all this hard work mean anything? Will it matter for anything? That's what's hard to deal with sometimes. But I'm just gonna keep going. Nothing in my life professionally has ever matched this, and I'm making like the least I've ever made in my life, but I don't care. So, does it feel like a job? Sometimes, but not to the point where like it makes me not like playing video games or anymore or making content. But I appreciate you asking. Real quick, let me I'm gonna let this ride a little bit because I need some of this. I want this to be the end of the video, I think. I might change my mind, so it might be different when you guys see the final product, but I think I want this to be in a video, and it's going to be funny. I think. And then again, there's nothing moving on screen, so I guess I could just freeze frame it too. So we got enough. Superimpose Selby. What am I gonna do? There's something else now. Oh, so I need to change this because I want to be able to. There we go. All right, so can we see this? Can't see it through the glass, I don't think. You see how faded that is? I don't think you can see it, sorry. But it's very faded. And it's only been a few months. Because when I play these games lately, I fill the decks to completion because I enjoy the collection and completion aspect, but I also have an inordinate amount of free time. The thing is, I've weaponized my free time to be monetarily productive for content, and that's like, that was always my dream. Like, I know people who like video games, it's not their dream to like be a content creator or like make it a job. But for me, like, I think I always wanted to, because for me it like fit, or I feel like it fits. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm gonna make mistakes, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's in the sun too much. If you look at the back panel behind me, I guess you can kind of see the light getting in. Yeah, so maybe it does hit the sun too much. I don't know if I could do that, Alex. That's like ancient Chinese magic to me. Do you think it'd work? Let's see what Oak has to say. Thanks. Hold on. I should have done this before, but does Elm say anything? Does he even care? It's not my livelihood. I always enjoy that particular peek behind the scenes, the psychological and emotional approach to completion of tasks for content. Just hobby. See, I like that you like it because I like talking about it. Like, I kind of wanted to do a podcast with any of my friends where, like, I talk about the behind the scenes process, about, like, what I think of a video, or, like, how I'm making a video, or, like, a reaction to a video. But I'm not big enough yet for, you know... I think you have to have a level of credibility for people to care about that, because it's like, do I have a lot of subs to... Yeah, I think, 21,000, almost 22,000, that's great. But I think there's like an arbitrary... It's probably like 100,000 where somebody actually like... And I'm in no position... I can only talk about my experience, but here's what I'm going to do, Chad. Like, in January, the day I dropped my Ruby Sapphire video was the day I came home from Iraq and I started full-time doing this. So that's going to be the 1 year. On that same day, I'm going to release a video, and no monetization, and probably like no script either. But I'm still figuring out how I want to do it. But I'm gonna do an every year update that'll like talk about the behind the scenes stuff. And it's going to be as much for me as it is for anybody curious, you know. It's going to be a way I can look back and be like, "Oh man, I can't believe I was worried about that stuff," or "I can't believe like I made that mistake, you know. Why was I thinking that?" Thanks, Elm. That's the joke. I knew, like, characteristically, Oak cares more about dex completion than Elm, and Elm cares about eggs. But I think it'll be a funny bit to complain about it in the video. Like, my own home region professor doesn't care? Game Freak forgot Elm exists. Hold on. I'm the programmer. I play the slot machine. Okay. I drew you. Cool. Okay, let's see if I got this right. Whoa. So how do I print it? There it is, boys. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now the graphic designer will print it. That's very small. Okay, so it's very small. Oh, it only printed half. Why would it do that? I have to do it again. Well, it's okay. Anyway, we're trying again. Here, I'll do it on this camera. Just leave it like this. For some reason, it only printed half. And then when I ripped it out, it kept going. So, hopefully it works this time. Oh, why is it doing that? It's only printing half. Oh, I think I'm being impatient. Okay. Okay, thank you, Wes. Okay, yeah, I'm being impatient. I'm sorry I ruined the moment for everybody. Give me a sec. Alright. Now I've got it. Okay. For real. Here we go. Now I'm waiting for the second part. Very patiently, of course. Okay. So let's take a look. Very nice print. Looks good. Are we gonna see it much? It's too blurry. But for comparison, here's the Gen 1 diploma. And here's the Gen 2 diploma. This is the Gen 2 one. Here's how it looks in the case. There we go. That's a good shot. Okay. Well, we did it. Guys, I'm done. I'm done for the day. Tomorrow I'll start writing the script and making the video. But for now, I'm done. So, I'll give you guys updates, tell you where I'm at, tell you what's going on.